They hired Dave Blunts and painted him white, bro. So I found this game completely by accident when doom scrolling my Game Pass catalog, and I can't believe I've never heard of it because it's actually really good. So the game starts out with this lady explaining that we have been shipped out to another planet with the goal of colonizing space for a big company called Alta. We then crash on a said planet where we are met by our little sidekick robot, Echo. After yapping my ear off for like 5 minutes, she tells me to make my way to my habitat. Only problem is there's a big wall in my way. So after saying hi to some cute PTSD-ridden aliens, are you okay? Oh. I went to my wrecked ship 3D printer and made a jump thruster, which let me jump over the wall. On the long walk to my habitat, I found this gross egg thing, and for some reason when I ate it, my health and stamina were upgraded, which is pretty cool. But anyways, I then ran into this tree blocking my path who wanted me to feed it these cute little aliens in order for it to move out of my way. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I mean, just look at these little cuties. I could never harm such a sweet little alien.
We'll need to.
360.
Oh my god! No!
And I'm
Are you recording, Crickshaw?
Yes, sir, come on. Anyways, after that, the tree moved out of my way and I finally made it to my base. This little glorified RV will be my home for the many hours to come. After entering my little paradise, I was met with a very welcoming video. Wow, okay. Yeah, just kidding. The company that sent me across space has fired me and I am all alone now. So that kind of sucks, but who cares? At least I have my little robo buddy to help me through this. Echo then tells me to clean off the satellite so I can have things teleported to my base. In order to clean it off though, I need a water gun, so after collecting the needed items and crafting the gun, I successfully cleaned off my satellite. A little bit of that zero sugar creamy vanilla Coke Zero. I just said zero sugar and Coke Zero in the same sentence. Anyways, the game then made me run 800 meters across the map to get a chest. After running that marathon, I found the chest and got the whip and lasso. This is going to be really useful for the rest of the game because I can use the whip to break certain things and the lasso to capture creatures. I then ran all the way back home and checked out some of the things my base had to offer. That was when I ran into my next goal, this beautiful statue for the low price of $69,420 million. It's an absolute bargain, but I'll have to worry about that when I'm not broke. Then I changed my skin to make me look just like a Discord moderator, and lastly, I watched this message I received on the TV. The call was from a guy named Mark Tweed. He was the old CEO of the company I was working for before it was bought out by Alta. Apparently, Alta shut down the space program, and he says he wants to help us. My hero. I then went outside and called down a research pen for my base. This is where all the aliens I've caught live now, so after petting some of my new friends, I then realized that I now have a teleporter outside of my base. This is going to be so useful for getting to objectives because honestly, I'm tired of running marathons to every objective. But anyways, the game then wanted me to go into my base and research the aliens I've caught. But when I was on the computer to do that, I ran into an email that absolutely ruined my day, to say the least. Greetings. Are you aware there are meant to be dozens more upgrades available in your Twitty pointer? So many more useful navigation abilities and combat tweaks should have been waiting for you to pointer. Unfortunately, I got here first. I've locked them. Fortunately for you, I do this not to punish you, but to challenge you. I've added a series of challenges into your journal. Complete them, and I will unlock the upgrades in your pointer. Sincerely, a mysterious benefactor. So this absolute cornball locked all of my upgrades just because they wanted to challenge me? Well, I've got a challenge for them. Try not to die after I hit you with this Hadouken! Ah! Well, that didn't work. But you know what does work? That like and subscribe button down below. No, but seriously, I only have 40 subscribers and I really love this YouTube thing, so a like and subscribe would really mean the world to me. But anyways, I then left my base to go exploring and found that the evil tree from before was also blocking an egg which I needed to upgrade my health and stamina. But luckily for these little cuties, I found it in my heart to ignore the egg and let them live a long and beautiful and prosperous life. Go! 360 no scope.
What?
Send him off.
So cute, Nick.
So after my health and stamina mysteriously went up, I activated a teleporter and got my next big mission, retrieve the missing software for the planet cannon. Immediately, I was thinking, oh heck yeah, I'm about to unlock some galaxy destroying, delete the whole map type weapon. Yeah, no. Just a heads up, it was nowhere near that cool. And of course, the game doesn't just let me walk over and pick it up. Nope. First, I have to throw hands with this hippo-looking mini-boss. The fight was pretty simple, Just shoot the top of his mouth enough times and capture him, because apparently kidnapping is totally fine in this universe. I then researched him back at my base, which unlocked the grappling hook for me to craft. So after crafting that, I was able to climb up and grab the Planet Cannon software. I then wasted no time teleporting back to my base and finding out what this is. This sounds so intimidating. What could it possibly be? Oh, okay. Well, that name makes a lot of sense. It's literally a cannon that shoots you in between planets. But before I used it, I went inside of my base and watched this video from some mysterious guy. He pretty much said that he too has been abandoned by Alta and is on some random alien planet. He also said he wants me to go find him, but I'll worry about that later. I was then shot across to another planet where my character proceeded to aura farm with this sick landing. Wow, so this game is a lot bigger and more in-depth than I first thought. Oh my goodness. The game then wanted me to retrieve a magic fork from a supply chest. Luckily for me, I landed right next to it, and all I have to do is run over and grab it real quick. And the ground just swallowed it whole right in front of me. So while I ran to the crate's new location, our good friend from before, Mark Tweed, called and pretty much said that Alta is up to some sketchy stuff, and he believes that the evidence is on the planet that I'm on. So I'll try and look for the evidence later. Once I made it to the crate, it wouldn't let me open it because I had to defeat the enemies around it. The only problem with that is that these little guys can only be damaged by their own attacks. So in order to kill them, I had to go capture and research a Alpha Vaporon in order to learn the parry ability. The fight was pretty simple. All I had to do was shoot it in the knee enough times to knock it out. I then went home and researched it, which gave me the parry ability, and finally was able to beat these little worm guys. Now I can finally grab the chest. Yeah, just kidding. Things could never be that simple. Okay. Oh no. Oh. What the heck was that? Oh. This is once again, sadly, a really easy boss fight. All I had to do was dodge this one fire attack and parry his spit attack 3 times. Alright. But at least that's now over and I can finally get that crate. Once again, just kidding. The crate is now 500 meters away again. So after running across the map for the 100th time, I found the cave where the crate is supposed to be. And of course it's behind some stupid wall. So after figuring out this puzzle and activating these furry wire things, the wall broke down and I entered the area where the crate is supposed to be located. Now I can finally get whatever's in this stupid crate. And it got swallowed into the earth again. So after electrocuting this worm, he finally gave up and I got my weird fork thing after all. Yay! Open her up. Oh, I gotta clean it off first. Man, dude, you suck. I did all of this for a fork. It is a pretty cool fork, though. Uh-oh. No, the fork! Well, after working my butt off for some stupid fork, I ended up in the stomach of this fat, annoying worm. Luckily for me though, this worm is growing literal metal columns in its stomach, which my magnetic fork can conveniently pick up and hurt the worm enough for it to spit me back out. Yeah. Then I grabbed the other conveniently placed metal columns and beat the bricks out of this damn worm until it died. Hey, screw you, numbnuts! Oh, I missed. Oh! Yeah, straight in the dome. Bink! Bink! Headshot. Oh, ew. No! Oh. Yay! To be honest, I was planning on beating this whole game in one video, but I now realize that both beating and editing this entire game would take me like 80 hours. And I can't really justify investing that much time into a video when I literally get like 30 views per video. So if this video actually does well, I will gladly make a part 2 and finish the rest of the game. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you have a blessed day.